Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope everything's good wherever you are. Guys, what is going on? What is going on? What is going on? I hope you guys are well. Remember to like this video, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, share the video and all that good stuff. Appreciate your support as always, guys. Let's get into the video, guys. I've been seeing a lot online, on Facebook, on Instagram. You know what? I put up a post about Charlo and Canelo on my Instagram. 2 posts. One post got over 1,000 likes. One post got 600 likes. The demand and the fans have gone crazy for this fight. There's a serious demand for it. Serious demand for it. This is a mega fight. If this happens, wow. I can see my YouTube channel going from 15,000 to probably 40,000. That's how big this fight is. The kind of traction, the numbers that I'm getting from the videos doing on Jermall Charlo and Canelo. I'm loving it. You know, the demand is crazy for this fight. It's massive. If Canelo does, I'm hoping Canelo does fight Charlo. Just for the sake of my, not necessarily just for my channel, but imagine the live streams, imagine the fun that we'll have on the live streams. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be amazing. So I really hope, like, I was quite surprised, like, when this news went off, I didn't know that there'd be that much excitement. But actually, maybe because of the fact that people thought Canelo was fighting Makabu, and it's kind of all gone off because now they know, whoa, we've got Charlo. It's a massive fight, man. I can expect this fight. You know, they say that the Plant did about 700,000-800,000. I can imagine this one doing probably about a million and a million and a half, maybe. This could be massive. But guys, I've been seeing a lot of nonsense online. And listen, I got a big respect for Campos. You know, Campos is somebody that says it how it is. And I actually like a lot of the way he thinks about boxing. But this is one of the very few things I am going to disagree with Campos on. Campos said that, you know, he believes it's a cherry pick. And a lot of people have pushed with this narrative that Canelo Alvarez is cherry picking Jermall Charlo, which is absolute absurd. It's absolute nonsense. Like, what the hell? This was one of the guys. This was one of the guys that people wanted him to fight. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. This was one of the guys that people wanted, you know, Canelo to fight. I thought he was ducking Charlo, Benavidez, and Andrade. I thought he was ducking the American fighters. And now all of a sudden, people are starting to say this is a cherry pick. How is Canelo fighting Charlo a cherry pick? Please educate me. How is Canelo fighting Charlo a cherry pick? Like, he cherry-picked Billy Joe. He cherry-picked Caleb Plant. He cherry-picked... Like, these are all these are all undefeated world champions. How are they cherry-picks? And now he's fighting Jermall Charlo, and that's a cherry-pick because Jermall Charlo's a smaller guy. How? Jermall Charlo's not a small... He's massive. He's massive. Like, I was arguing with someone the other day that he was saying Jermall Charlo's a small guy. He barely makes 160, like 158, 159. Jermall Charlo is a big dude. He's probably genetically blessed and he can make the 160, but trust me, this guy is a big guy. You can tell when you see, I can tell when I see someone in a t-shirt how big they are. That guy is big. That guy is big, trust me. That guy is a big guy. Yeah, Canelo's been fighting at the higher weight classes, yes. But Jermall Charlo can easily make 168. Easily make 168. And look good. Not flabby, look good. Look ripped to the bone like he normally is. This is an excellent fight. Excellent fight. I don't want to hear any nonsense. Like, you always hear, oh, well, Canelo's cherry-picking this guy, cherry-picking that guy. And now he fights the guy that was one of the guys that people want him to fight. And now that's a cherry pick. The guy can't win. He can't win. No matter who he fights, it's a cherry pick. It's not a cherry pick. It's a great fight. It's a great fight. oh, he's making Charlo come up. Yeah, he's the undisputed champion. He's giving Charlo an opportunity to make a huge payday. He's giving Charlo an opportunity to become an undisputed super middleweight champion. Do you think Charlo wants Canelo? Do you think Charlo wants to fight Canelo at 160? What, to defend his title? Defend his WBC title when he can go up 168 and fight Canelo for a shed load of money and fighting for the undisputed. Can you imagine, not just financially, but the legacy attached to it if Jermall Charlo can beat Canelo? Can you imagine the legacy behind that? Jermall Charlo becomes a legend overnight. He becomes the face of boxing overnight. Why would Jermall Charlo want to defend his world title at 160 and Canelo come down to 160? It's stupid. If I was Charlo, I ain't gonna want to fight at 160 against Canelo. Why? I want to fight him for all the marbles at 168. Come on, man. Why are people saying that Canelo fighting Charlo at 168? Charlo's gonna want to fight him at 168. Charlo's not gonna want to fight Canelo at come on, man. Charlo's not gonna want to fight Canelo at 160. He's gonna want all the belts, all the marbles. He's going to want all the work, all the marbles. Imagine what that does for your legacy. You become an undisputed champion in one fight. Come on, man. Guys, we got to be real about this stuff, man. Some people, like, they talk too much nonsense. It's unbelievable stuff. Charlo wants to fight Canelo at 168. Trust me on that. Because there's more of an opportunity of him becoming a legend imagine he becomes that opportunity to become undisputed. Something that his brother has like literally worked so hard to do. This man could do it in one fight and he's gonna get a mega payday. He's probably gonna get a bigger payday than Jermall's got in his whole undisputed run. Come on, man. Like, the cherry picking and Canelo is cherry picking Charlo is absolute nonsense. It really angers me and frustrates me. Because this was supposed to be one of the guys that Canelo was avoiding. Wasn't Charlo one of the guys that Canelo was supposed to be avoiding? I've been told many times in the comment section by a lot of fans, right, that Canelo's avoiding Charlo, Benavidez, and Andre. And yeah, you guys are right. He hasn't fought them yet. He hasn't fought Charlo yet. And the fight's not done yet. But the point I'm trying to make is now all of a sudden, where's this narrative coming from that he's cherry picking Charlo? And I know Campos said it, but there was a lot of other people that were saying it. That he's cherry picking, like he's fighting Charlo at his weight. And like, Charlo would want to fight at 168. Come on. You think Charlo's going to want to fight at 160? Come on. No, he's not. He's going to want all the marbles at 168. What's he going to fight at 160 for? For what? To defend his world title? Canelo doesn't have any belts at 160. He has all the belts at 168. That's where you want to fight Canelo, where you can win all the marbles. Where you can win everything. You get rich, you become undisputed, you become the face of boxing, you become the man in boxing by beating Canelo. Why would Charlo want to defend it? Like, look, man, look. It comes a point, right, where you need to start giving someone credit. You know, because I literally, no matter what he does, he'll be criticized. There comes a point where you start looking at this guy's resume and start giving him credit for it. Because here's what I think is happening, right? Just because Canelo isn't fighting your favorite fighter, you're accusing him of ducking this guy and that guy. Because prior to the Billy Joe Saunders fight, people thought Billy Joe was a problem for Canelo. Prior to the Plant fight, if I'm not mistaken, even my good friend Christian picked Plant to win that fight. And there was many that thought Plant was going to win that fight. It wasn't just one. There was a few people that thought Plant was going to beat Canelo. And all of a sudden, well, Plant was a cherry pick. Now, Charlo, right, he finally is in negotiations, or there's talks about that fight. And listen, Eddie Reynoso did come out and say that, you know, it's not confirmed yet, but I reckon he was saying that because of the fact that, you know, he doesn't want, you know, nothing's been confirmed, and he doesn't want to act like the fight's done. It's not. But I feel like those fans that are starting to say that, you know, Canelo was avoiding those guys, and realize that actually Canelo is now in negotiations and a good chance it's going to happen. Let's start to downplay that fight by saying it's a cherry pick because he's going to fight Charlo at 168. Like, come on. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. There comes to a point where you need to give a man credit for what he's doing in the sport of boxing. This man's resume is uncomparable. There's no one doing it like that. His last few fights are Callum Smith, Avni Yildirim, Billy Joe Saunders, Caleb Plant, and then Jermall Charlo. Like, stop. There comes a point where you have to start giving this guy credit. Now, I spoke to Christian, and Christian said he doesn't believe that the fight between Canelo and Charlo will happen. He believes that Canelo will continue on his Euro tour. I believe the Charlo fight will happen, because Canelo has showed a desire always to fight Charlo. He even got asked a couple of months ago that who we'd rather fight, Charlo or GGG, and he said, I'd rather face Charlo. I don't know if you remember this. I believe that was an interview with Brian Custer, and I believe that he asked him that who would you rather face, Charlo or GGG, and he said Charlo. Canelo wants all the smoke. I believe the fight, because he's not fighting Andre, not stylistically, because I think Andre just kind of angered him, so he doesn't want to give Andre a payday. It's become kind of personal with him, with it. You know, because Andre has said a few things, and Canelo's kind of like, I'm not giving this guy a payday. I'm not giving this guy an opportunity. Not because he thinks that Andre will beat him. Come on. You know, how many guys has he fought with that kind of style? Austin Trout, Billy Joe, Lara. He's fought so many guys. Mayweather early on. How many guys, you know, even Plant had a slick. He was slick on his feet, fast hands. You know, how many guys has he fought with that kind of style now, man? You know, so for me personally, like, Canelo will fight Charlo in my opinion, because I think he likes that fight stylistically. I think he likes the thought of fighting Charlo, because for me, when I've seen him ask questions about that in his interviews, he's been very keen on him. He's been very keen on wanting to fight Charlo. So that tells me is that he wants to fight Jermall Charlo, which is the fight I would love to see. And like, going off what you guys and the interest and the demand on Facebook, Instagram, on YouTube, it seems like you guys want it as well. You guys want the fight, probably because of the fact that, you know, Jermall Charlo was seen as one of the guys that Canelo was ducking, Canelo was avoiding. Okay, then let's see, let's find out. Let's see if Canelo was ducking, if Canelo was avoiding, if Canelo is you know, not going to beat Charlo. Look, Paulie Malignaggi says that Charlo's going to beat Canelo. Right? So there are people out there that think Charlo can win. Not me. I believe Canelo's going to beat him. I believe Canelo beats him, and beats him quite emphatically. But Stephen, if you're watching this, I know you. What do you think about this Charlo fight? Because I know, I'm not sure how high Stephen was on Charlo. I can't remember. But Stephen, what do you think? Ray, what do you think about this fight? Campos already has given my opinion. Nelson, what do you think about this fight? Do you like it? I'm trying to think of Little Penny. What do you think of this fight? Makai, what do you think of this fight? Ahmed, Ash, what do you guys think of this fight? I'm trying to think of all the people that I can remember that hop onto live. Yeah, what do all of you guys, Brendan, what do you think of the fight? I'm trying to think. Fight Spirit, what do you think of the fight? Who else? Fight Gamer, what do you think of the fight? I'm trying to think of all the names. But yeah, man, what do you guys think of the fight? Burning Desire, what do you think of the fight? What do you guys think of this fight? This is a great fight. Great fight. I can't listen. I'll be very keen on this fight if this happens, because like I said, I think the interest already, you can see it's off the charts. It's more than the Billy Joe. It's more than the Caleb Plant. It's more than the obviously Avni Yildirim wasn't really much of a fight. It's more than the Callum Smith. This has got a different feel to it, but that's probably because Jermall Charlo is American. Caleb Plant was American as well, but I just didn't think, even though that was an undisputed fight and it was a big fight, I don't think it had the same kind of vibe this fight has. That's probably because Jermall Charlo is a much bigger name than Caleb Plant. Even though I think stylistically, I think Caleb Plant posed a little threat. I think Jermall Charlo has the attributes, but I just don't know whether he has. Like, some people say he's got a granite chin. I'm not so sure. Some people say he has the physicality and strength to push Canelo back. I'm not so sure. But time will tell. But what do you guys think? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.